Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gyro, and today I'd like to talk to you about my favorite Witch Elementalist builds in Trial of the Ancestors 3.22 League. We still have some time. Maybe this is an inspiration for someone who is looking for something to play. So these are, just without any further ado, my favorite builds. Either I have played them to a limited level of success, or I want to play these builds for a certain reason that I'm going to tell you about. In Trial of the Ancestors, at least according to PoE.Ninja resource, and I know this is not an end-all be-all resource, but it is statistic for us, so let's use it. So according to them, the Elementalists account for 8%, which is not that bad, with quite a big gap from place number 1, which is our in 17%. In the first place, we still have a Deadeye Ranger, but Elementalist is in the 4th place, not too bad, 8% of almost 100,000 registered characters. Obviously, these are not all characters in Path of Exile. That's a pretty decent percentage of people playing an Elementalist in this league. And there are lots of builds of Elementalist right here, and lots of main skills being used. So, and this first build, my friends, is going to be, first of all, the shout out to someone who is courageous enough to call their character with such an amazing name as Death by Snoo Snoo. Well done, mate. Pat yourself on the back. This is my all-time favorite Arc Witch Elementalist. So good on you for playing Arc. This is obviously an expensive build, because just take a look at the amount of the unique jewels that they have put in over here. The build is revolving around, naturally, the Vaal Arc, anomalous Vaal Arc, supported by Archmage support here, burning damage support, because we have a conversion here to fire in this particular build. I will leave the links to all of these builds, including this one, in the description of this video, so you can use this import string code into Path of Building tool, and you know, Bob's your uncle from that point onward. So he's converting the kind of lightning damage into the fire damage, boosting burning damage. That's exactly how this particular person, Death by Snoo Snoo, let's go, is scaling the damage by the looks of it. Not pretending to understand this build in great intimate detail. I understand it's expensive, but props to someone playing Arc in 2023 October. Awesome. Build number 2 that I'm interested in, and that I am, spoiler alert, playing right now, and kind of contemplating if I should produce a mini casual friendly guide like I do occasionally, maybe, if I can be bothered. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you're interested. Is also, I can't overstate just how popular this build was in 3.21 League and in Trial of the Ancestors 3.22 League. It is the Explosive Arrow Ballista. So in this case, it is a ballista based build. It is not just an explosive arrow. Obviously, we have explosive arrow, something that is considered to be a very good league starter. However, if you're new to this, I will only make a very quick call out here that this is not the skill that you can start the game with. This is the skill that becomes available to you after you enter Act 3 and after you do certain questing over there. You need a certain setup. I have a very good POB for this. I'm sure that this import code also for Path of Building will work for you, but ultimately the explosive arrow is supported by Ballista Totem and is boosted by deadly elements and by elemental damage with attack support and a whole bunch of other things, which in this case the author of this build is focusing on burning damage support. Yeah, my build is slightly different, and I'm not pretending that my build is better. Probably it's not, which is why I'm pointing you at this one. Definitely worth a try. Now, build number 3 in this case that drew my attention, and something that I absolutely have to take my hat off to if I had one, is the Cold Dot version of a build. It's a Cold Dot Elementalist, which in this particular case relies on 2 staple Cold Dot Elementalist skills, so not necessarily just Elementalist, a Vortex and Creeping Frost. Typically, we bind Vortex to your just walking around, yeah, because then the Vortex is being dropped as you walk around, like that, with my ugly drawing over here. Give me a like if you like this drawing. And Creeping Frost is something that the author of this particular build, whose name I won't even risk reading to you, Plonk Duffel that person is using Creeping Frost to obviously add a little bit to that Cold Dot ticking under the feet of the character. So Cold Dot is a forever popular build, probably up there with Arc Witch. I just simply prefer Arc Witch for the map clearing ability, but potentially as far as the cold dot ticking under the feet of a boss, I would say maybe, just maybe, let's speculate here, these kind of builds of cold dot, Vortex, Creeping Frost would probably be better for bossing, perhaps, than Arc Witch. I think so, personally. Let me know if you had different experience. Now we're proceeding to build number 4 here, that is highlighted in this particular showcase video from me, and it is Ethereal Knives. I will not pretend to you to properly even understand or be an expert in Ethereal Knives, but I'm highlighting, as I said to you, either the builds that I have played and to a limited level of success, or the ones that interest me, the ones that I am finishing this league with. And Ethereal Knives is one of them. At the moment I'm playing the Explosive Arrow Ballista, very much enjoying it, still leveling, this and that, but Ethereal Knives is probably something that I'm going to be looking at towards the end of this league. What about this one? Well, the person is using some classic uniques such as Skin of the Lords. In this particular case we have Ethereal Knives that are supported by Unbound Ailment support, that are supported by Empower support, obviously high end of the gameplay here, obviously the person is pushing kind of high Ubers, and it's +3 level of supported skill gems, fantastic effort. Swift Affliction support, so that damage over time happens much quicker. Anomalous Cold to Fire support, so there is certain conversion going at play here. It's a by the look of it, not a trivial build. Yeah, you can tell, you can tell that it's not trivial, where the person is relying also on Eldritch Battery as the source of the skills empowerment, not just mana, so he's powering the skills with Eldritch Battery, fair enough. And what else is there for us to see? You can very nicely follow the link and scroll here on PoE.Ninja in case you want to have a proper look at it before you go here and copy the path of building and import it into your tool and take a closer look at it. But I am going to probably take a closer look at this build myself after I'm done with my Ballista, Explosive Arrow Ballista. Now, and finally, build number 5 today in this little showcase of, in my humble opinion, my favorite builds for Trial of the Ancestors, Witch Elementalist. It is a build by someone called Agent Hotidoti. Not too impressed with your name, mate, sorry. And this one looks completely stacked with relatively expensive uniques. Take a look at this. We barely have any rares here, so that tells you that the person has spent divines upon divines. These are not cheap uniques here either. Take a look at Path of Exile trade website in case you would like to check it for yourself. And it is a Stormbrand Void Sphere. Again, in this case, I will not pretend to be an expert in this build. I have taken a brief look at it before, but have not leveled it far. Kind of just thought that there were simply easier builds and kind of faster to have fun with builds, casual-friendly builds for me to play. But this one is sort of a third priority for me, so if I still have time after my Explosive Arrow Ballista and Ethereal Knives attempts that I'm going to do towards the end of this league, Stormbrand Void Sphere is probably going to be the final one that I'm gonna push. No, this league somehow I'm not gonna do Arc Witch, because yeah, running out of time, a bit of a classic, nice to take a nod for it, but I'm probably not going to do it. Let me know, now is your time to tell me what are your favorite 5 builds for the Witch Elementalist preferred, but talk to me about Occultist. We're not going to stop on Occultist. If you like this kind of videos, in my next video I have a plan to maybe post simple, unpretentious kind of quick lists like this, 5 favorite builds for each one of the key ascendancies that are popular this league. Especially if you're interested, do let me know. Yes, and as I said, which build are you playing right now? How are you finishing your league? I really would like to connect more with my Path of Exile crowd and hear from you guys and girls. So talk to me and like the video if you did like it. If I maybe inspired you to try one of these builds, check out the links in the description. And I'll talk to you next time about something else, no doubt Path of Exile related. Goodbye for now.